South Park has never really gotten a good video game, and with the new one, The Stick of Truth, it faced a lot of delays. Is it worth it? Let's talk about it. South Park: The Stick of Truth is the latest game by Obsidian, and it's published by Ubisoft, formerly THQ, until they went into shitter. Now, South Park: The Stick of Truth is a traditional RPG-style adventure game with your favorite South Park characters. Obsidian worked very closely with series creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and it certainly shows. This game oozes South Park vibe, and it's absolutely perfect in that sense. The game is a masterclass example of actually translating the look of the show exactly to the video game. I don't think I played a game before based on like a cartoon or a thing that so accurately represented the medium that it is. South Park: The Stick of Truth looks like you're watching an episode of South Park, and that is honestly a big draw. It's probably one of the biggest draws, and like I said, with Matt Parker and Trey Stone working on it, this game was their baby. They worked hard to write the jokes themselves for this game, so this is true hardcore South Park writing down to its core. And I can honestly say that this game was actually a lot funnier than some of the latest episodes of South Park. This game is hilarious. Everything is in this. Nods to old characters, old songs, old scenarios. Everything is in this game for big South Park fans. And even if you're not a huge South Park fan and you haven't watched in a couple of years, just the overall cultural significance, I guess you could say, of these characters it shines through. And everybody who knows Cartman, who knows Kenny, can pop in and have a blast with this game. That being said, it's not totally perfect, so when we get into the gameplay, things start to unravel, but not so much. The gameplay is very much the style of a classic turn-based RPG with a little bit of real-time mixed in, something like Paper Mario, where you have to pay attention and actually defend and make your moves hit, stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool and very engaging. And while sometimes the combat gets a little boring, it's a little frustrating, sometimes it's a little boring, the game actually does a decent job keeping it fresh for the most part with new summons, new abilities that are all hilarious. You can upgrade your abilities. It's pretty good. It's a surprisingly well-realized RPG. That being said, it is very easy. This game is very easy. There's a couple difficult spots, but for the most part, anyone who has good experience with an RPG can breeze through this. But now when I say breeze through it, don't really take that to heart because the game is very long. I spent about, I want to say 12 hours beating the main quest, and the game is riddled with side quests to do, things to collect, little nods to and Easter eggs to find and discover, and the entire town of South Park to explore. That's the coolest thing, a fully realized South Park town that looks just like it. That to me is the big fun factor of the game, and that is very much what this game is all about. Now the story is a classic South Park story, very much though making fun of video games and Dungeons and Dragons and Skyrim and stuff like that, and it is on point. The humor is fantastic, like I said earlier. And graphically, the game looks fantastic, like I said once again, because it looks exactly like the cartoon. There's a lot of auto-saving and a lot of load screens, unfortunately, which I know I just ragged on Thief for, but Thief is a different type of game. There's a lot of load times in South Park, and a lot of times after a load, there's the occasional frame drop for a couple of seconds when you're in the game, which is surprising for a game that's seemingly so lo-fi. Sometimes things slow down a little bit when I was playing on PS3, and it got a little annoying, but nothing crazy. But all in all, there's not really a lot of faults with South Park: The Stick of Truth. It's not going to be for everyone if you're not a South Park fan, obviously, duh. But for those who enjoy South Park, or, even casual fans of South Park, this is a goddamn hilarious game. It's smart, it's biting, it breaks the fourth wall, it makes fun of video games, it makes fun of everything. And for that, I think it's awesome. And playing the game is great because, most games have to have a sense of player reward, satisfaction, something like a reason why you're playing. And with South Park, there's a lot of exploration and that's fun, but for me, the reason I kept playing, the reason I kept going on was to get to the next story bit and laugh my ass off. So that's good. I haven't laughed this hard in a video game in quite a while. So that's why I can definitely recommend South Park: The Stick of Truth to you guys. It's lengthy, it's funny, it's awesome. Check it out. But guys, that about wraps it up. Thank you so much to you new subscribers and even just not new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having a blast doubling down on content on this channel, and there's only more to come. So as always, guys, I'm Jake Baldino. You can like me on Facebook, you can yell at me on Twitter, and you can subscribe because video games.